He said, I know that I manifested you back. A few weeks back, when we were walking in the forest, he said to me, her person was literally manifesting her. So, what you want truly wants you. Guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I have an inspirational story to read to you. I'm going to read an email from my client who's manifesting her mirror soul. They are together. He just asked her to move in with him. Her story is not only beautiful, it's profound, it's powerful. It is a story of something that's been in the works for several years. By the time she started working with me, she got very consistent. Obviously, she did, not obviously, but she did have sessions with many other coaches in the past. And when she first met her person, she knew that they were meant to be together, that they were one. There was something very toxic that happened between them, but it wasn't the love. It was the painful upbringing that the two of them both had. He just asked her to move in with him, and he also let her know he is conscious and aware of who they are to each other, of the depth of their love, of what their connection actually is. He is aware of this. And now they're even doing the inner work together. So I know that this is going to inspire a lot of you. What I'm going to do is, so I manifested eczema. I've been dealing with for a certain amount of time. I am manifesting healing it, but anyway, I'm not wearing my usual makeup, and I know that it's very shiny around my eyes. The last time this happened really badly, I wore sunglasses, but I realized it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to adjust the lighting, and then I'm going to come back and I will read exactly what she sent to me. Okay, so give me a moment. I will be right back. Okay, the lighting is much better. So, again, a story to help you stay in faith, to trust, and to persist. But persisting is the exact opposite as or from checking the 3D and staying in the middle. It's the exact opposite. It requires full commitment, like going all in trust. So you want to develop this certainty and trust within yourself and in the love. The other thing that I think is really beautiful is he even explained that he has been manifesting her. So what you want truly wants you. Okay. The desire itself is the proof. The desire itself is the evidence. Yeah. Okay. So before I get into this, if you do love my content, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow. I appreciate you. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person, mirror soul, true love, deep soul connection, email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to my website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package. Most people do prefer the package, and then my scheduling assistant will get back to you with my next available session. The only difference between a package and a single is if you think you're going to meet with me more than once, if you do the package, you save a lot of money, and it's as simple as that. Okay. And if you end up doing just a single session, you end up paying the single session rate. So I will read this, and I intend that it helps. Hi, Kim. I'm sending you this email as promised. My mirror soul and I just spent a wonderful 2 weeks together away in nature with my aunt. Feel free to share this past history. In May, it will actually be 8 years since I met my mirror soul for the first time. When we met each other, our connection was absolutely magical. And I never felt so in love with anyone. In fact, I realized that I didn't even really know what true love was until I met him. He was truly everything that I ever wanted and more. After 6 months, things started to get extremely challenging. He started becoming less and less kind. Everything was really a mess. I'm pausing because I don't want to give away personal information. Finally, in November of 2019, we broke up, and it was extremely painful. He was literally shouting, and he said incredibly hurtful things to me. I was truly heartbroken. But this, however, led me to search for answers. People in my family have always been very open to spirituality. And after a couple months, I ended up stumbling upon Neville Goddard's teachings and a coach back then who taught me the very basics of the law. At that time, my Marisol and I started to talk again. Then we ended up seeing each other a year and a half after that. It was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of back and forth, and a lot of hot and cold. He was always pushing me away. And it took another few years and going to many different coaches for us to end up together a second time. But this didn't last. And what I ended up experiencing was with him was even more painful than the first time we separated. He ended up leaving again. And then there were other circumstances that were also incredibly painful. I need to mention that we both had a lot of toxic things happen to us as children. I'm not going to be specific, but it involves abuse of, that I don't want to mention right now in the video because it could be triggering to a lot of you who are watching. But when I say that the things that happened from their childhood, very extremely painful. So don't think that if you're watching this, don't think that you're broken and that you won't be with your true love. All right. But you do want to be committed, like I was mentioning. All right. So fast forward now to last March, I found you and we had our first session. It took months of persisting and keeping faith and nothing showing up in my life, proving to me that everything was happening. Few months went by and I did see my mirror soul a couple times, but he didn't actually see me. Then, out of nowhere, he messaged me and he asked me if I would help him get help. We saw each other, and there was still quite a lot of triggers and circumstances around the two of us. However, I listened to Kim and I stuck to my inner work. Gradually, everything started changing and we got closer and closer. So I'm going to pause here for a second. Whether you're my client watching right now, I don't mean this client, I mean any of my clients or someone else. When I share a success story and then someone comments and says something like, why was it so easy for them? Why isn't it happening for me? It wasn't easy for her. She, like, just like me, I'm so committed to my Marisol, I would go to hell and back. That is commitment. So nobody's saying that these moments, whether they be moments that are lasting hours, days, weeks, months, and for some people years, nobody's saying that it's easy. But obviously, she's sharing her success after she stayed 100% committed and faithful to herself, to her soul, to her true love, to her desire, knowing that it was already done. Okay. So, because my man is very spiritual, he actually started to learn about Neville, and now we're actually supporting each other. We spend our evenings together, sleeping, cuddled up, and hugging each other. He tells me that he loves me endless times throughout the day. And he knows our connection. He understands the depth of our love, knows that we are truly one. And he asked me, when did you realize that I was the one and that we were created to love each other? And she just smiled and she just said, I just knew. He is so incredibly loving, caring, and literally such a loving, incredible version of him that I could have ever wanted. We wake up every morning together and we end up doing the inner work. We are both faithful to everything together. We listen to Neville together, and I'm so grateful for what we have and for you, Kim. The other day when I was triggered, he literally said, don't give in to this. This is a lie. It's not real. You don't want to manifest from here. So there you go. My mirror soul now is actually guiding me and instructing me because he understands the law. We were lying in bed yesterday and talking about our day and our families and how all of this actually works. I just laughed. He said, I know that I manifested you back. A few weeks back, when we were walking in the forest, he said to me, You may have manifested me coming back to you, but I actually manifested this, us being in nature and hiking together. It turned out that he had visualized that exact thing. I know there's a lot more Kim, to tell Kim, but honestly, you have changed my life. Thank you for everything. And I am so grateful for your support. I can't wait for our next session to come. And my mirror soul, just so you know, asked me to move in with him. So her mirror soul has his own home and he asked her to move in with him, but she's going to move in with him and they are actually visualizing together to manifest kind of a farm. So a lot of acres of land, a big, beautiful home. So I just wanted to share another success story to inspire you to stress once again that no one is saying that this was easy, but she remained faithful and in trust the entire time. It's just that she didn't have the proper guidance before. And that's all. She just wasn't able to truly go deeper, to truly love herself 100% and to truly love her person 100%, to pull her out of the fearful love because of what happened to her growing up and the stories that she had around him and his past. So she truly got 100% grounded, balanced, centered, and in her love, unconditional love, which is pure power. Yeah. So she then she allowed for everything that needed to happen to happen. She knew that even though once we were meeting together, she knew, and there were times where when we would meet, she was triggered. There were times when we would meet, she did go through challenging times, but she got past it because she didn't give in to the lies of her fears, her limiting beliefs. She didn't give in to the pain of the idea of separation. She didn't give in to the pain of her fears around love not being safe. And then now she learns that her person was literally manifesting her. Yeah. So what you want truly wants you. But if you consistently stay fearing, ruminating on the past, ruminating on the words that were said, thinking we can never come back to this. Remember with her story, they had yelling matches. There were very painful words that were said. So imagine now. So in this day, right now, she's getting ready to move into his home with her and then they're going to basically save up and purchase all of this acres of land and buy a bigger home together so they can do different businesses together in the home. If you were to take her now, right now, and compare her to years ago, where she was in an incredibly dark place, thinking that that was it. They're never going to be together again, that he's this and he's that he was yelling at her. He was saying hurtful things to her, to now where they are like two peas in a pod, so incredibly in love with each other. Why? Because she went through it and she persisted through it and she allowed it and now she gets to experience it. Okay, so don't give up on your true love, but 100% give up on your limiting fears and beliefs around love. Again, what you want wants you. Your desire wants you. The desire is the proof. Your true love wants you equally as much as you want them. Okay. So allow it to happen and trust in it. Obviously, if you need me, just reach out, but please do affirm down below. I trust and I know that we were created to love each other. I know that anything and everything that's in my truest heart's desire, anything and everything that is my truest heart's desire is the proof. And I remain in faith and in trust. Okay. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.